Hi guys, it's Angie. Welcome back to my Flosstube channel where I talk about cross stitch. For those of you who are regular visitors, welcome. I'm glad you came back. I hope you continue to enjoy what I put out there. And if you are new to my channel, hi, I'm Angie and this is my channel. And I don't usually go by any kind of a script. It's just meant to be fun. I just do this for fun, and so far it's still fun. You will notice I have slightly different background today. I am on the opposite side of my room today because that side is a mess and I don't feel like showing you a mess. But what you do get to see is some of my, well, I'll show you. We spent the weekend getting stuff put together. So this stuff, the mirror, no, but the Funko Pops were on the other side of the room. Now they're over here with my mirror. My husband got hung up for me. We also got my husband's shelves with all of his starships, and that's not all, okay? That's like maybe a 16th of his starships, and my lanterns, and you can see Oogie back there, and my son's laptop, because he can't have his laptop right now. Anyway, my husband collects starships. We have, I think, 5 very, you know, those big totes you get from Walmart. We have about 5 of those filled with his model starships. This is just a small smattering of them. And I finally got wise and said, you know, if he's collecting starships, I need to start collecting something, because I just never did. And that is where my very, very, very small collection of Funko Pop started last year. After 3.5 years of my husband's starships showing up on once a month in the mail, my Funko Pops show up occasionally. But I also consider my cross stitch collection, I guess, a collection. Okay, I guess, oh, I can hear the kids. They're just like wandering around. So our school district, we are 100% virtual, but Mondays are called asynchronous days, and they are meant to be the days where the kids will sign in, say, hey, we're here, and then the teachers say, all right, off you go, do whatever you need to finish up. So if they're writing a paper that's not due yet, but they need time to work on it, they do that on Monday. Anything that they are behind on or anything they need extra practice on, they work on Monday. So it's not a structured school day. The rest of the week is pretty structured and not easy. It's not easy because I have 2 kids that require constant supervision, because if I don't, they wander off task. And so I set up a little station where I sit and cross stitch, where I can glance up every so often to make sure that they're not watching YouTube instead of doing school, which I've caught them doing more than once, or telling me that they're finished with school when I can clearly see that their whole class is still in attendance. That one was the 10-year-old. I don't think he's going to try that again. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so there's a lot of monitoring that I have to do with a couple of children to make sure that oh my goodness, it's hard. But I get a lot of cross stitching done. I say a lot. A lot for me compared to other stitchers, maybe not quite so much. Okay, sorry. They're just making all sorts of noise as they're wandering around out there. So what's going on this week? Not a whole lot. I think I'm gonna start holiday decorating today, which I may end up putting a little bit in. I am gonna plop a little clip. I did get out and go mountain bike riding with my husband, and it was awesome. I was wrong. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-mile loop. It's a 2-mile loop, which, you know, that's great, but it's pretty rough terrain. I was not, when he told me, he said, oh, there's some inclines and it's, you know, it's kind of a dirt trail. Yeah, it's rocks and dirts and tree roots and drop-offs and very skinny path, and he's got this big fancy mountain bike with the huge tires, and I've got kind of a cross between a road bike and a mountain bike. My tires are more sturdy than a road bike tires, but they're not trail bike, mountain bike tires by any means. So I was going really slow, and my brakes are not the greatest because it's an old bike. I need to invest in some good bikes. But anyway, so I took a little footage while we were out there. It was so much fun. We need to get out again. But I definitely need to find a place where I can do some level terrain riding that's not bumpy, more road bike. I need to find some good areas. I also did find out there is a Joann's fabric somewhere nearby. So I'm going to be able to go check that out to look for fabric for my pillows. What else? We've reorganized the office. Before, when you saw the office, I mean, you saw my desk and my cross stitches. We've had to reorganize. My husband is working from home indefinitely at the moment. They don't know when they're gonna need to go back in person. So for now, he's just at home. So we bought him a new desk because he had this little dinky desk for just dinkiness. But now he actually needs somewhere, a good workspace. So we picked up a new desk, which means we had to rearrange our whole office. We're almost done with that. We are still trying to move in. It's so hard, you guys. It's so hard. You would think after, I think this is our 8th move. Anyway, we've moved so many times. You would think that we are pros at unpacking, and I'm really good at downsizing and making sure that we only have what we need. The problem is this house, while bigger than our last house, does not have storage space. And our kitchen is gorgeous and big and beautiful, but the cabinets are crazy tiny. They look large from the outside, but they're skinny, or they have, our bottom cabinets have pullouts that reduce the amount of space you can use in the cabinet. So I can fit like one pot on the entire pullout tray. Where if there wasn't a pull-out tray, I could fit 2 or 3 large pots. And so we keep reorganizing the kitchen, trying to figure out where everything can go. Our pantry is so tiny. It's deep, but tiny, and the shelves are not adjustable. So we've got these weird things where they have the shelf slides in to the brackets, so that in order to adjust them, you would, in normal cabinets, you'd take the door off, pull the shelf out, adjust them, put the shelf back in, and then put the cabinet door on. Because they don't just, it's like a groove that the shelf goes in between. So you can't just lift the shelf off. I'm sure some of you have cabinets like this. But on our pantry, even if you take the door off, there's a lip in front of the cabinet. So the shelves are recessed in it, and you can't take the lip off. So I can't adjust the shelves. So I can't fit anything normal in there. It is insane. It is a completely useless pantry. Oh, my husband and I, we keep having these thoughts of, if we owned this house, what would we change? And I keep rattling off this, and this, because we like this house. We like it, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful house. We fit comfortably in it. There are just some things that were just, oh, this is so weird. And there's hardly any storage space. Our Texas house had giant closets. In the upstairs level where my kids were, there was one closet that arguably you could have called a room, except that there were no windows and it was in a big L shape. But it was so large, it fit my Christmas tree and probably 15 of my holiday bins, plus a mattress and a bed frame and random other things. And then right across the hall from that was just a regular hall closet that we fit any overflow holiday stuff in. And then each of our bathrooms, my kids' full bath and our full bath, both had linen closets in the bathroom. We have one linen closet in this house, and it is upstairs, and it is small. And we have a hall closet for our coats, but again, very, very small. And then some weird closet in our dining room that maybe I'll show it to you some. Okay, so this is the weird closet I was telling you about. This is it. It's right here in our dining room. And you come in, and I was able to get these 2 little cupboard things in here, but then it really limits the floor space. So I shove whatever I can there. And then this is like a lip, because on this side there's a recess And so that recess goes in here. And then you have this little tiny shelf. And as you can see, I've got my dog food kind of overlapping the shelf. And then I've crammed some stuff there that I can get on there. And then it's just all this beadboard going all the way up to these weird hooks. And then another set of shelves clear up there that I can't really use. And then I've got hooks down here too. There's hooks all along here. So my guess is it's supposed to be like a coat closet. I don't need a coat closet. I need a closet filled with shelves to put my cleaning supplies on. Anyway, so that's my weird, this seems to work for now. This seems to work for us. I'd like it to be more organized. Yeah, I don't know what to do. And then I have this steam machine that I'm trying to figure out how to fit in there too. It's not working. All right. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so trying to get this house organized and moved into is crazy because we had our main shipment and then we had my husband's shipment. Now we're waiting for the delivery of one more thing because military life, you guys, it's insane. So when we moved from Germany, we left Germany to come to Alaska. Our German house, we rented a house in Germany, was 4 floors and technically, I think it was 7 bedrooms. It was huge. It was a beautiful house. We loved our house in Germany. We filled the house. So then we moved from Germany to Alaska and everything fit magically in our Alaska house. Our Alaska house was the same size as our main level of our Alaska house was the same size as our Texas house. That's where we moved to next. In Alaska, we had a giant basement, but they didn't count the basement in the square footage. So Alaska house, Texas house, same square footage. Texas, no basement. So then we had to fit all of our stuff from Alaska, including the basement, into Texas, which we couldn't do because Texas was much smaller. Now, because we were required to live on base for my husband's position, we were allowed non-temp storage or temporary storage. So anything that we couldn't fit in our house within guidelines, like we couldn't put lawn equipment or we couldn't put like appliances and stuff, anything that we couldn't fit in our house, so beds, major furniture type things, we could put into storage, or weather related things. So, you know, Alaska, frigid, very cold. We had tons of snowsuits and boots and snow gear we didn't need. Instead of storing it in the house, we were able to put it in storage. Well, now that storage needs to get delivered here. And I don't know where we're gonna put it because we have like 3 beds coming. It's gonna be so much fun. Can you just tell? I'm excited. That is a whole like 10 minutes worth of talking about stuff you probably didn't even care about. Hold on. Oh, that was my son. I have introduced him to the Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. I'm trying to get him to go read. He's read Aragon and Eldest, and he's trying to get through Brissinger right now. And I have the audiobook only at the moment, so he's trying to download it. He says, I can't listen to it, it's not done. I said, no, that's the beauty about Audible, is that you can start listening within a couple seconds, even if it's not fully downloaded. So don't give me that excuse. Go read your book. Listen to your book. Okay, sorry. So anyway, I just filled your heads with a whole bunch of stuff that I'm sure is pointless, but that's what's going on. So we've got our house fairly well organized until our last final shipment comes, and that's when we're going to be probably saying, oh, we don't need this anymore, and all that winter gear isn't going to fit our kids anymore because it's been 4 years since we've needed it. So we'll see what happens with all that stuff. And I did get a notification, our couch set, it's a couch, a love seat, and a recliner, have shipped. I have no idea when we're going to get them. It didn't give me a delivery day. It said that at some point I'm going to get an email where I can I ordered these through our post exchange. So, so it's coming through military channels. And so they're gonna they'll send an email that gives me an option of delivery dates, and then but I haven't gotten that email yet, but instead of just pending, they are now shipped. So I'm gonna have a place to sit. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so let's go on to, I did get something in the mail this week that I had forgotten that I'd even ordered. It's a grime guard. I got this from, I believe her name is Silver Moon. I'm gonna link her. All of my grime guards, I've gone through her on Etsy, and I have loved every single one. This one is, can't remember how they describe it, but it's Star Wars, and I think it's supposed to be like Day of the Dead Star Wars. So we've got Day of the Dead 3PO. I think this is Boba Fett. I am not a huge Star Wars person. Don't get me, there's Vader. So I did get that. Also, at some point this week, I believe I'm changing my channel name. If I can figure out how to put one of those messages on Facebook that's not a video, but just a quick, hey guys, this is what's happening. Not Facebook, YouTube, hello. I will do that because my daughter made me this cute little graphic, and I just felt like changing my name so I just felt like it. Just cause, okay? I'm trying to have fun here. My channel is all about me having fun. If you have fun, that's a bonus, but it's really me, I'm enjoying myself, and it helps me continue to stitch instead of just give up on stitching because I'm bored. This gives me something to work towards, look forward to, and I want to have a fun channel name. So there you go. Spoiler alert, it will have a Jack Skellington somewhere in there, because it's me. I did do a lot of stitching for me. I've noticed that while I used to think that I stitched a lot, apparently I don't stitch very fast or a lot because I don't make a lot of progress. At least it doesn't look to me. It doesn't feel like I make a lot of progress compared to some other people that I notice. But then I have to remember that I don't focus 100% of my day. And there are days when I don't stitch at all. Sometimes when I'm watching a movie with my husband, I just want to watch the movie with my husband. Sometimes I'll pull out my stitching and get to work. Sometimes I'm just too tired, or it feels like too much of a hassle. So I will take my victories where I have them. So I'm going to go ahead. I only worked on 3 pieces this week, but I do feel like I did quite a bit. Well, on most of them. So I worked on, oh my goodness, I've got a needle sticking through here, hold on. I worked a bit on Garden Prelude, and that was mainly just to get a prompt in. So I think I just added a little bit up here on Garden Prelude. But it's definitely looking like the ruffle of a dress. I'm pretty close to being finished with this particular page. She's got a lot of ruffles. She's going to take me a while. I don't have any set time frame in which I want to finish her. I just want to get her done before my daughter graduates high school, so I've got some time because it's for my daughter who plays violin. So Garden Prelude again, just because she's pretty. I have somebody coming up the stairs and I'm just waiting for the knock. I had to get on my kids' case this week because they kept just barging into our room. And I'm just, no, this is not a communal place. You knock before you come in, please, especially if the door is closed. Okay, so the other thing I worked on is I'm trying to finish this before October because I want to keep up with this Sal, but this is my Dark Queen of the Seas. As you can see, I have done quite a bit. I finished this fish, got this fish done after, okay? Let me just tell you this. I got all of this done, but I'd accidentally started it over here. And I didn't realize until I'd gotten to the tail that I couldn't do the tail because it would overlap this tail. And I realized then my mistake, because I lined this fin up under this fin instead of this one. Yeah, so I unpicked all of that and finished this fish, and I am very close. I think I have about 100 more. I've got this whole fin, and I just have the fish body and a little fin here and here. And then part 1 of Dark Queen of the Seas is finished. And then part 2 will come out, I believe, October 1st. So I'll get to get started on that. And I'm excited because I picked up, I've shown you before, but I picked up the Grimm's Fairy Tale Stitch Along, monthly Stitch Along from Clouds Factory way back. I haven't even started that, but I'm gonna start it because of all the prompts for magical stitches this week. That one's perfect for it. I wasn't planning on doing that one this year, but now, okay, let's do it. So I'm gonna work on that one this week. But anyway, one more look at Dark Queen of the Seas. She's so pretty. These fish are beautiful. They are just, I'm gonna give you a close-up. I'm sure many of you have probably seen this from some of your other favorite floss tubers. I'm gonna do the back stitching as well, which is just a little bit of detail in the fins and everything. But so next week I will finish this one today is my plan. And then next week I'll get to show you the finished product of that, and possibly even the start of the next month's work. And then last, this one is the one I made the most progress on. And I wanted to have this page finished for today, but I just couldn't get to it to finish it. But I'm so close. We've got Stargazer. Last time you saw her, I think we had just done, I added all of this, and all I have left is right here and right here. And then her page will be finished, and I'm so excited. So I'm sorry that you can see through the fabric. I don't have anything. I don't have the fancy board to put behind it so that you can't. I'm looking around to see if I can find anything. I don't have anything like that because I don't think ahead. This was impromptu. This was, you know what? Mondays are my best day. I'm gonna go do my floss tube really quick, honey. And he said, okay. That is how I plan this, you guys. I'm so not a professional floss tuber by any means. So anyway, I'm holding this up here because I still very much love her. The rest of the dress will be all back here, and then I can do beading. She's pretty much done all up here except beading. So, she's so pretty. I love it. I keep a little booklet on my projects that say start date and finish date. And I remember feeling like I had just been spending so much time on the Harry Potter pillow. And when I went back and I was adding start dates for the newer ones that I've started. And I realized I had only been stitching on that for 4 months. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Where I'm not monogamously stitching on a project. And part of me wonders if I were to just take 1 month or 1 week and work only on one project for an entire week, how much more I would get done. Which, you know, maybe I'll do that. I enjoyed doing that for Stitch Mania because that's what I did. I said, hey, for this week I'm only working on this project, and then I'll start something new or I'll work on something different on the weekend. I got a lot of progress done on a lot of them. But I also kind of like being able to just jump around and work on various things. So what is going on for this week? The School Magical Stitches, we're doing a family tree. It's kind of complicated, but to explain it, so I'm not even going to try. If you're part of School of Magical Stitches, you know what the prompts are. If you've watched their video, they explain it better. But I have 9 parts. I have 9 parts to the Stitch Along, the Grimm's Fairy Tale Stitch Along. Each of those parts will work perfectly. I just need to stitch 1,000 stitches on it. So I'm probably gonna pull Grimm's Fairy Tale out and start that this week. I'm still just slowly kitting up World Traveler. I haven't started World Traveler. I haven't even put the fabric on a Q-snap or anything because, to be quite honest, I am a little bit intimidated by the sheer size of it. So I've been I just need to start it. It's just like with everything else. Just get it on the stupid thing, put some stitches in it, and it will be fine. It's not like it's going to be harder to stitch than anything else. It's just going to take longer. And I'm aware, I just haven't done it. I also need to pull out Middle Earth and do some work, but I'm waiting because my daughter is reading the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit book. She's never read them before, and so we want to do a marathon of the movies, the extended edition, not of the Hobbit. The Hobbit movies are stupid. My opinion. I know it is not. I am not the only one that thinks that. The Hobbit movies are dumb. I don't like them. But the Lord of the Rings movies, the extended editions, are amazing, and I will watch them over and over and over again. And speaking of movies, we watched the movie from Netflix, Enola Holmes. That was so cute. My whole family loved that movie. If you haven't seen it, it's good. It's good. Millie Bobby Brown is a very good little actress, but the whole movie was fun. And then I finally watched the new Little Women. I grew up with the Winona Ryder, Susan Sarandon version of Little Women, and I love that movie. I love that movie. So I didn't watch the new one because I was thinking, oh, it's going to be a stupid remake. I don't want to watch a stupid remake because you know how those go. I finally broke down after I'd heard a lot of people say it was really good. I broke down and watched it, and it was really good. It was really good. It was different. The way the characters were different than the other version, but it was a good movie and I enjoyed it. Although, while I think Timothée Chalamet is a good actor, I had a real hard time seeing him as Laurie because he looks like he's 16 through the entire thing. He looks like a boy. He doesn't, he didn't look like he grew up. He just looked like, yeah. And I will agree with some other people that it threw me off that they didn't change Amy's age. Whereas in the old version you had Kirsten Dunst, and then you had, I don't remember her name, the older version of Amy. It threw me off. I had a hard time with that because I was like, you just act like a spoiled little woman. It doesn't fit. You look like a grown woman throwing a tantrum. That just didn't work for me. But those were my only two complaints about the whole movie. And I'm excited because starting on October 1st, my oldest daughter and I have a tradition. I think we started it 2 years ago, where we try to watch a Halloween movie, a scary movie, Halloween movie, it doesn't matter, something every night of the month of October building up to Halloween. And she's 16 now, and she hasn't made any friends here because she hasn't been able to really go anywhere to make friends. So she has no plans to do anything on Halloween. And so we're trying to come up with a really fun way to make Halloween super fun this year when she can't go party with her friends. I think my two youngest will probably walk around the neighborhood and trick or treat, but you know what, we got to do something fun. So we're gonna decorate, we're gonna watch, we've got our list of movies, but that's it. That is all I have for you guys today. Gosh, I'm thinking this is gonna be kind of a short video except for all of my rambling and talking and talking and talking. I don't think I have anything else. If I can, I will video some of our Halloween decor, but that might be on next week's video because I'm gonna try to post this one fairly soon. And that's it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and thanks for watching. And I'm sorry for rambling so much. I don't know, I keep saying this. Why do I apologize? It's my channel. I can do what I want. But I know that not everybody comes here to just listen to me talk about myself. So there's a little bit of stitching in there. Welcome to my channel of me with a little bit of stitching. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I am going to see how much of this stuff I can finish, and that way you can see it later. And have a wonderful week, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye.